Hey everybody, this is Tony.
And this is Paul. We're coming at you from the Friends for Life podcast, where we discuss the ongoing lives and issues of people with developmental disabilities to spark positive change in the field.
And we have a lot of fun doing it.
Making sure that individuals are reaching the goals they have set for themselves. That's one of the many goals of Assured Health Services. If you're looking for a residential care provider or searching for ADS services, Assured Health is your go-to place. Assured Health, helping others succeed. Learn more at assuredhealthohio.com or call 419-442-8066. So, how you doing?
I'm doing good. And glad to do this cast and stuff. Thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely.
And it's good to get out of Urbana every now and then.
Yeah.
See some big cities, not instead of cow pastures and horses.
I hear that.
So the whole way here, John was giving me the history of the counties that we were going through, the cities we were going through. So I learned a lot on my drive today. So that was good. It was worth getting up really early and driving all the way to Toledo.
Yeah. Well, just in the pre conversations that we had, I mean, I've gotten a whole lot of information. So I really think like this is going to be one of those episodes that really turns out to be very informational. And because John, you know a lot, man.
I know enough to be dangerous, but I talk about many different subjects, so people think I'm but I enjoyed history because so many of the kids that we go in and talk about education of people with disabilities think that I've lived it and stuff. And when you're doing school kids now and you tell them that I'll be 66, then they say, oh, my grandparents are 59 and stuff. So that's... But I'm still happy that I'm teching and able to talk about OSDA and it's it is self-determination group and all and stuff. So we really try to be very diversified and stuff in what we do, and we try to have like a group office that's a extension of OSDA, Ohio Council of Leaders, called COOL.
Okay.
And that's how we could get some of our board members there. And then we do Project STIR, and Tara could tell you what STIR stands for.
Steps towards independence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that could be, you can only have so many on a board, but we try to make it to where everybody can be a part of it and stuff like that and still give input and all. And do different trainings because we don't want to leave anybody out of advocacy. There's no bench in advocacy. I've done Special Olympics since '68, and sometimes if you do basketball or softball or something, you got to have a bench. Well, in advocacy, you don't see benches because nobody is going to be.
Nobody gets to sit out.
Nobody gets set out, and everybody is needed in some different ways and all. Ohio self-determination used to be Ohio supported living.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it was made up of professionals and stuff through the 90s. The state of Ohio used to do a conference on residential and stuff like that, and they didn't want to do it anymore, and they wanted to shift it back to the counties. So that's how OSDA got started and stuff. And it was a provider agency group, but ours is a provider agency of DD boards of superintendents, COG members, family members, and people of disabilities.
Gotcha.
And disabilities is the only equal opportunity thing there is. You could have a disability and also get a disability. I could go visually impaired. I could lose my hearing and stuff. Or you could be like Christopher Reeves and fall off a horse and get a disability, you know.
So, John, how did you get involved with OSDA, from the start?
Our Champaign Residential Services is where I work at, and it's a provider agency that provides people with disabilities and all. And I'm the only one that draws revenue because I get 20 hours a week of supported living, and I get a paycheck because I work 40 hours at Champaign. So I'm productive in drawing revenue and productive in receiving revenue and all those things. So that's stuff that we do and all. And I used to go to Longview, which was our county board system, and I always worked at the cemetery or flower shops and stuff. But when I got this job at CRSI, I got to be connected with people first of Ohio, the ARC, and then OSDA. Nancy Richards and Dana Charlton, and them were very active in OSDA. And if you'd ever want to do a travel cast, we'll have a picnic tomorrow, and I'll let Carla share what's on the menu and stuff.
I'm Dr. Craig Escudé, President of Intellectability. State developmental disability agencies, managed care organizations, and providers across the United States use Intellectability's health risk screening tool, e-learn courses, and person-centered training to improve health equity for people with IDD. Visit replacingrisks.com to learn more about how you can employ these tools with people you support.
We're out here in beautiful Pickaway County with Jada and Mitchell this morning.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm pleasure to be on here today, and I just really liked it. I just, you know.
You're pretty excited about that microphone, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I'm just pretty excited about the microphone.
These microphones are my favorite microphones. Tony and I have a whole studio set up with all these fancy microphones. These are my favorite. I love these things.
Oh, I can tell.
Do you get to like do things like sing into them and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, we're actually, that's part of the show. We were going to sing like a acapella, four-part harmony acapella. You guys okay with that?
Ooh.
We're game.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite songs growing up was Toora Lura Lura.
I don't,
He's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, do not encourage it. Do not encourage this behavior.
Too bad we don't have the drums here. You could have you play the drums and you guys
Yeah.
could have
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I
You
would
play
like
the
to play-
drums?
Yeah. One time when I was at school, I played drums for like, I don't know, an OT class, and it was fun.
Yeah, we snuck into the auditorium and played drums one day. In the piano.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So do you like the drums because they're so loud?
Yep, they go boom, 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 that, boom.
He also used them to do a joke. So he told the joke and then he played the drums and did the it was pretty good.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that.
I need those for my dad jokes. Speaking of dad jokes, you want to hear one I came up with the other day?
Let's hear it.
Sure,
Okay.
why not?
No.
All right. What do you get a weather woman who is dizzy?
Other woman who is dizzy.
Wonder Woman who's dizzy.
You get her a cane.
Pain.
Oh, man.
That is gold.
It is.
Terrible. You meant terrible, didn't you?
No, it's gold.
Oh, boy.
Literally, it's gold.
Gold. Oh boy.
No, seriously.
So, Jada, how did you get involved in working in this field? Because as Tony and I have learned over the years doing this podcast, it's not for everyone. It's not a common, line of work. So what brought you here?
So I'm a physical therapist, and this is my 17th year of being a physical therapist. Mm-hmm. So Mitchell, I've worked with since he was 3. Mm-hmm. I'm little in preschool, right? 3 or 4? 3. Yeah. So a long time, and we've worked together. So when I was in high school, I volunteered a little bit at the PT clinic in town, which is where I work now. And I liked it. And here I am.
That's it?
So that's literally it. I went to school. I knew what I wanted to do. I did it quickly, and I enjoy what I do every day. So it's good. I work with a lot of kids. I do school PT in 4 school districts. I teach gym classes for kids with special needs in 5 school districts. And then I work at the office too. We have a private clinic, Cerebral Physical Therapy. So we do a little bit of everything.
Gym class. That was always my favorite class in school.
Yeah, so we call it bonus gym because you can't find an adaptive PE teacher right now. So I play, but I can't be called an adaptive PE teacher because that's against the rules. So we call it bonus gym, and we have a heck of a time. Yeah, don't you come to bonus gym every once in a while out in the field house?
Yeah.
What's your favorite at bonus gym?
Oh,
This is a tough question.
that's a
Tough
question.
one. I always liked when we had a gym, I always liked that giant parachute thing. Is that still a thing?
We
they
do some
in gym?
parachute with our younger kids. Yeah, we only started doing bonus gym last year, so he's a high schooler now. He's old, So
yeah.
bonus gym isn't quite as exhilarating when you're old as it is when you're kindergarten.
We could go have bonus gym right now.
I'm down for any
I would be
kind of
fun.
gym.
Yeah, I have a small parachute we can do with 4 people, so that would
Let's
work.
go.
Yeah.
Turn this stuff off. We're going outside.
Yeah.
So you have a gamer shirt on. You big time gamer? You play a lot of stuff?
Yes, I'm indeed a big gamer. I've been playing games since, when I was like, I don't know, probably one or two.
All right.
First console I've ever played was the original Xbox released back in 2001.
I had one of those.
Yeah.
That is one of the best consoles.
That's when I was a PlayStation and a Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
Tell them about all your games that you have.
I have a lot of games.
Like hundreds.
I have games for the PlayStation 2, of course.
Whoa.
You
He has all the consoles.
I have the new I have the PlayStation 5, the Series X.
So
all that.
This is going to be the toughest question you've ever had to answer in your life. What is your favorite game system?
Well,
Since you have so many.
the one that hit the soft spot the most when I was growing up was the Xbox 360.
Ooh,
Because I
remember.
played that a lot when I was very young.
So what are the kind of games that you really like the most?
Usually I like to play Forza 3 or Forza 4. I grew up with those racing games and they have a special soft spot in my heart.
So is that like a off-road racing? Or?
No, it's a racing game
race,
where
yeah.
it's like
I
a
love
simulating
Forza.
it's a simulation racing game and you drive like amazing cars like
You can get
BMW.
a Bugatti on that bad boy.
Yeah, the Veyron, yeah, it was pretty quick and very fast.
He's a car guy. Like, he knows endless things about cars.
Yeah, I'm like really big in cars. Like really big.
Ooh, here, let's play a game. What kind of car do you think Tony drives? If you had to guess.
So
And don't let the name confuse you. I don't drive that
He's
fast.
Tony and he tells dad jokes. I'm thinking a minivan. What about you?
maybe? I don't know, maybe
No, actually, I drive a sports car. Not a super cool one. It's a Hyundai Sonata. Shout outs to Hyundai for
right.
sponsor. No, they don't sponsor anything.
All right, what kind of car do I drive, do you think? Just by judging, by looking at me.
Look at that,
I got a beard.
Look at that big muscle beard.
I got a
I know.
I got a mullet.
The mullet. Come on, Mitchell. That gives it away.
No, it's a secret. It's a secretive. It's to throw you off the scent.
is it a sports car?
No, I'm not a sports car kind
He's
of guy.
trying to look like he drives a pickup truck.
Do you drive a pickup truck?
Nope.
Really?
Dope.
Oh.
One more guess. I'll give you one more, and then I'll tell you.
It rhymes with cheap.
I don't know.
Jeep Cherokee.
Oh.
I'm a Jeep guy. I've always been a Jeep guy.
Yeah. Jeeps are pretty cool.
Pretty cool. What's the coolest car in your opinion, like of all time?
Well, honestly, I do like Lamborghinis. Honestly, I like the design. The design of them is always eye-catching.
There you go.
That is very true.
Lamborghini.
The Reliable Drug and Alcohol Testing Clinic is a leading provider and convenient source of pre-employment and occupational type testing. Their clinic provides services to a wide range of private businesses, healthcare facilities, and municipal and county courts. Reliable is an independent, locally owned clinic. As a result, they provide their services at a lower cost than the major hospitals, have faster turnaround times on test results, and eliminate the long waits typically incurred at these larger facilities. To learn more, visit reliabledrugtest.com. Welcome to the Friends for Life podcast, both of you. How are you doing this wonderful day?
I'm blessed and thankful.
There we go.
Doing good.
That's what I like to hear. So, word has it, you two went on a little trip recently into a special little place called Washington, D.C. What was that like for you?
It was really cool.
I'm going to use the word adventurous.
Adventure.
Yes.
So it was
And a learning experience.
learning experience. Exactly. Anytime you travel, it's a learning experience. What did you learn specifically on your adventure out there?
Now, this is a two-part question.
Yeah.
Are you talking about on the flight part or after the
Let's
flight?
start with the flight, because that seems to be a good place to
Yes.
begin the story.
Well, I can tell you that Dayton International Airport staff do not listen to you laughing, but I'm so serious.
I believe
They
I've
do
flown
not
many
listen
times.
to specific instructions because, well, first of all, let me back up and say, I am a graduate of the University of Vermont LEND program, and in the LEND program, we have a curriculum where we have where we're supposed to learn about disability and policy. So there is a seminar called the Disability and Policy Seminar that individuals are supposed to go to in person. Well, they ended up not having anyone be able to go, but I ended up being able to go because I received, when you are a participant in the LEND program, and it stands for Leadership, Education, Neurodevelopmental Disabilities. When you are
The students in that program, are you talking about the stipend that you should have received?
I'm trying to think of my specific title. When you are a self-advocate trainee, most individuals have live on a fixed income budget, and because of me living on the budget, they had to pay me my stipend, and this is about about a $4,000 stipend.
So most students who are in the LEND program get a stipend for taking all of the classes, but because
Yes.
you receive SSDI, SSI, okay, you weren't able to collect the money like everybody else did in your class.
I
the
had
other
to
students.
take it. I had to get the maximum of amount that an individual can receive, and that is no more than $85 in a month.
So that it didn't mess with the benefits you were receiving. So she had this lump sum of money that was sitting over here. So the LEND program paid for her, and
So with that being said, we came up with a plan that we would use my stipend money to pay for me to go to the Disability and Policy Seminar.
Gotcha.
Now comes the education. Well, now comes back to the question that you asked. So we arranged, everything was arranged. We left here on March the 27th, and I actually almost did not get to go on the trip because Dayton International Airport staff, well, no, not the airport staff, the airline staff that we took, did not listen to the accommodations that we'd asked for. I used a piece of equipment called a sit-to-stand Sarah lift, which is a piece of equipment that allows me to stand on it for transferring purposes. We gave them this specific information with everything that they asked for, measurements, and all different kind of stuff. So when I went to get on the plane, I wheeled down to the opening of the plane. They put me in the aisle chair. I almost slid out of the aisle chair because me being a big person, they did not make sure that I was secure in the chair. Second of all, they put us on a small plane. They had to re-accommodate a passenger because they wanted to put a physically disabled person in the back of the plane, and they had to re-accommodate a person that was in first class because the plane was too small, and that was the only way that I was going to get to go because the aisle was too small for me to even turn the corner. So when I say it was a very adventurous part of the trip, that's what I'm talking about.
THS Remote Supports is clearly focused on improving independent living through dynamic and personalized services. Their systems have been carefully developed and perfected to ensure that everyone receives the best care through the least intrusive means possible. Located in Cincinnati, Ohio, they've spent over 20 years providing in-home supports to individuals with disabilities. If you or someone you know is looking for a remote service provider, go to thsrss.com or call 513-882-9088.